Bara tukakimbia tukapata ni Nissan. Nikapata ni ile chania executive Nissan, tukakagona na Rwaken hizi basi za Konza planes. Watu watatu wakakufa hapo kwa hapo, wengine wakaumia kama 6 hivi na walipelekwa hospitali.
And elsewhere, Embu County Commissioner Abdullahi Galgalo has called on the judiciary to issue stiff punishment in their conviction of capital offender in a move aimed at reducing murder and defilement cases, which are on the rise. In May alone, 5 murder cases have been reported in Embu, a worrying trend.
Kwa sababu ya sijui ni shilingi 1,000 au kitu kama hiyo. Na mwingine ambaye amepatikana barabarani yule ambaye umetuambia hii maneno ya pombe ya kukunywa ovyo ovyo na kujiingiza kwa uhusiano ambayo haina maana ndio inasababisha mambo kama haya. Lakini ningelipenda kusema hivi, kuna maadili fulani ambazo tumeziwacha, na ningelipenda kutoa mwito kwa watu wetu, hasa watu wa kanisa, wazee wa vijijini, turudie ile maadili yetu ya zamani ya kushauri vijana. Because kuna wengine wanajiua, kuna wengine wanadefile watoto wadogo kwa hali ambayo ni ya kusikitisha na kutatanisha. Kwa jamii, naomba watu wetu, kuna kukosana, kuna kutoelewana kwa mambo, lakini inasikitisha sana kukimbilia kuua mtu. Tunafanya kazi yetu sawa sawa, lakini polisi hawawezi kuwa kila mahali. We cannot police everybody. It's impossible in the whole world. But once wananchi wakitupatia habari, sisi tuna respond dakika ile ile. Kuna viongozi ambao mimi napenda kuwashukuru sana. Wakipata jambo wanatupigia simu na tuna act immediately.
And now to what has become a common trend. 3 men have been arrested by police officers for impersonating Dr. Wilson Arwasa, the Chief Executive Officer of Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital, in order to con people money with fake promises that they can employ them at the hospital. According to Wasingishu Police Commandant Joston Ipara, the 3 men had come up with a Facebook account and opened other social media accounts using the name of Dr. Arwasa and have been soliciting money from desperate innocent Kenyans seeking for employment. Dr. Arwasa appeared at the ELDORET police station to record a statement about the issue, and the 3 men are expected to be charged for impersonation in court next month.
Some persons who had opened a fake account, both on the Facebook and the email, using his name, Dr. Wilson Arwasa. Immediately the matter was reported to the police. Police launched investigation, and on 21st of this month, they ended up arresting 3 suspects in Meru town, Meru County. These were 3 suspects who had engineered the opening of that fake account, and these 3 suspects, they are: the ringleader of the team is Sagaria Kiprotich Sang, alias Dr. Wilson Arwasa. The second suspect is Shadrach Rotich, and the third suspect is Bernard Rotich. These particular suspects were offering employment opportunities through the Facebook and the email, and they were making an appeal to those who wanted to be employed in Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital. Depending on the job description that you wanted, you were supposed to pay between 10,000 Kenya shillings to 50,000 Kenya shillings.
And as it's commonly said, stay woke. Now, Uasin Gishu County Governor Jackson Maraagua has urged the national government to come up with a long-lasting solution for the Kenya-Uganda borders crisis that is being experienced currently to allow smooth flow of business between the two countries. Speaking in Eldoret, Maraagua also urged truck drivers to stop mingling with their families to avoid a possible spread of the coronavirus, saying that most of the drivers are operating in areas considered as hotspots.
Tunajua madereva wengi ya haya malori wanatoka katika kaunti yetu ya Uasin Gishu, kaunti ya Nandi, kaunti ya Elgeyo Marakwet. Generally, tuseme most drivers, probably 60% wanatoka katika North. Tunataka kuwaomba, nyinyi ni ndugu zetu, you are our uncles, nyinyi ni mashemeji, nawaomba tafadhali, kwa sababu ya janga hii, hata kama unafika Eldoret na unaona nyumbani tu ni hapa karibu, tunakuomba tafadhali usiende nyumbani. Na hii ni kuzuia. Na hatusemi ati because you are a truck driver, tumesema wewe ni positive. No. Tumesema whether you have been tested or not tested for one reason or another. Lakini kwa sababu umetoka areas ambazo tuko na high cases kama Mombasa, Nairobi, ama labda umetoka Tanzania ama nchi majirani, ili tuweze kwa pamoja kuchangia kuzuia kuenea, tafadhali usiende nyumbani. Tunawasihi.
And still in Eldoret, a section of Uasin Gishu residents have urged Governor Jackson Maraagua to stop the rampant cases of grabbing of land set aside by former Eldoret municipality for public utilities. Residents of Huruma Estate, which is among the worst hit by cases of grabbing, have protested against some of the grabbers, vowing to ensure all land set aside for construction of markets, police station and schools are repossessed.
Anajenga ndani ya soko. Hii soko tulifence hii soko 2009 nikiwa councilor wa area hii. Hii fence huyu mtu amekuja kujenga ndani hata hana aibu ndani ya hii soko. Sasa ndio tunashindwa kibali gani, na watu wa shauri hawajauza hii soko kwa mtu yoyote. Nani alipatiana kibali mtu akuje hata foundation ni kujenga anajenga? Sisi kama wakaaji wa hii area shauri tulisema mali ya umma lazima ikae ikiwa mali ya umma.
Hakuna ngojea county kuja ijenge lockups, vijana yetu waweze kupata kazi, hata sisi tuache kuangamizwa na vijana kwa sababu ya kukosa kazi. Sasa hizi ni wakati ya corona. Watoto wetu hawana kazi. Wamechukua advantage kwa sababu iko corona. Hakuna county, watu hakuna kwa maofisi. Ndio wakuja wajenge. Kwa nini hawakuja kujenga wakati corona ilikuwa hakuna?
Fadhali wakazi wa shauri tuwe kimoja na tufaitie hii soko yetu, soko isiende, kwa sababu hii soko ni sisi tutakayofaidika nayo. Wakati tutajenga vibanda hapa, vitatusaidia sisi wenyewe.
Now listen to this rather unfortunate story. A truck driver who tested COVID-19 positive at the Kenya-Uganda border was allowed to proceed with his journey to Mombasa, carrying other passengers even after his results turned out positive. Makueni County Commissioner Maalim Mohamed has warned truck drivers along Mombasa-Nairobi Highway against carrying unauthorized passengers, asking transport companies to ensure their workers abide to the set COVID-19 procedures. On the other hand, Maalim said that the number of people in Makueni County are facing farm mine is increasing from 25% to 35%, despite the government challenging 256 million shillings to the vulnerable persons.
Truck drivers, tunajua mnafanya kazi mzuri na serikali imewapatia nafasi ya kubeba mzigo kati ya nchi yetu na hata manchi jirani, lakini tunawaomba wasijaribu kufanya yale mambo wanafanya. Lazima wakome kufanya hayo mambo ya kubeba abiria katika barabara. Nataka niwaambie, tukishirikiana na county government tumeweza kupata ambulance na county commander alipeana officers, na hawa watu karibu imebaki madakika saa 9 ya asubuhi tumeweza kuwapeleka katika Kenyatta University Isolation Center, na tunataka kuambia multi agency team yetu wale wanamani hizo roadblocks wahakikishe kuwa wamefanya thorough screening. Ikiwa mtu hana barua, driver amebebana na mtu na huyo mtu hakuna barua ya kudhibitisha yeye ni msaidizi wa hiyo driver na ni kampuni ya hiyo gari imedhibitisha, huyo ni mtu anastahili kushikwa, huyo driver pamoja na mwenye amebebwa.
And now, residents of Maragua in Murang'a have a reason to smile after Area Member of Parliament Mary Waithera and the Ministry of Water allocated 3 billion shillings for water projects. Speaking in Maragua town, the leaders said they will drill wells and connect residents with tapped water.
Sahi pahali munatuona, tulikuwa tumekuja kuraunch miradi kadhaa tumepatiwa na serikali kuu tukipitia kwa ministry ya maji kutoka kwa waziri na PS wake Wairago, ambao kupitia kwa Earth Water Service Board tumepatiwa contractor mwenye atafanya ataweka hiyo mifereji. Na kwa hii sub county yote nataka kusema kazi ya maji tumepatiwa mpaka 70 kilometers. Na nataka kusema hii ni maji itasaidia. Hii sub county hapo beleni haikuwa na maji ya mifereji, tulikuwa maji yote tunakunywa ya borehole. Na nataka kusema wananchi wameona kwa upande wa maji serikali kuu imewashikilia.
Katika sub county ya Maragua tuko na threshold ya project ya 3.5 billion. 3.5 billion ni project mingi zaidi. County zingine zinapata pesa kiasi hiyo, lakini hiyo peke yake iko kwa Maragua. Lakini Maragua ni kulingana na mheshimiwa vile ameteta, kwa sababu imekuwa nyuma sana kwa hali ya maji. Lakini sasa tunajaribu imachi na hizi sub county zingine iwafikie na.
And still on water for the people, the government has set aside 1.8 billion shillings for construction of water pans in 31 counties in the country. So far, 2,500 water pans out of the expected 125,000 are complete, with 360 of them based in Yatta, Machakos County. Speaking in Makutano Water, TS Sicily Karaoke said the project, which was initiated by President Uhuru Kenyatta in 2018, is aimed at enhancing food production in rural areas. Take a look.
I'm very happy to note the joy with which the farmers are reporting the success of this project. In Yatta alone, I'm happy to note that we have put in partnership with the farmers, 360 such pans. And I want to acknowledge very deeply the work that Bishop Masika has done here in terms of converting the mindset of the population here, which has hitherto relied on food relief and food donation, to be a self-reliant community, which is now able to not only produce their own food for subsistence, but which is also producing food for export. And I want to note that they also are producing food for domestic market.
Time for me to pay some bills. I think it's important we take that breather. We'll be right back with much more news, so don't you go anywhere. Thanks for staying put. Newsdeck is back. Now, Kibabii University in Bungoma County has embarked on research to develop a possible antiviral drug and vaccine for coronavirus. Wanjie Sostin tells us more.
Speaking while disputing face masks, sanitizers and liquid soap to Kibabii locals, Kibabii University Vice Chancellor Professor Isaac Ipara has lauded interventions directed towards curbing the spread of COVID-19 virus, adding that Bungoma County is at risk because of heavy presence of trucks along Webuye-Malaba Highway.
Anybody driving from Rivanzoya to Malaba will tell you the situation is worrying. The community here has worked with us from 2012. I think it's just fair that we also remember the community. So today we are going to donate liquid soap, sanitizers, and masks. Some of the materials have not been delivered. They'll be delivered in the course of today. So we are going to first give priority to those from far, then those who are close here will get the other materials when they arrive.
His sentiments were echoed by Deputy Vice Chancellor Professor Siamba, who said that as a university are working around the clock to ensure the research department comes up with the antiviral drug and vaccine that is geared toward preventing infections among local residents.
We are looking at the epidemiology of the virus, and we are looking at finding products that can support an infected person or prevent infection, that is antiviral drugs and vaccines. The university is involved in all those defense approaches. We are doing research. We are looking at whether we can get some products that we can use to support those infected and also to prevent infection.
Meanwhile, Professor Mtua has added that the community service program's agenda is to reach out to locals during this pandemic with quality products that will enable locals to remain healthy.
We have prepared some items that we are going to distribute to our communities. It's just a token. We cannot reach out to every person, but we pray that you'll appreciate whatever little that you are going to share today. It's a continuous exercise. We'll be sharing through the items, through also sensitizing talks, so that our community remains healthy.
Hao ndio wameona hii community, hakuna mwenye ametukumbuka. Hakuna mwenye alikuwa ameleta sensitizer kwa hii community.
Wanjie Sostin, TV47, Bungoma.
And now, Ford Kenya youths in Trans Nzoia have protested the planned ouster of Kiminini Member of Parliament Chris Wamalwa from the position of Deputy Minority Whip in the National Assembly. The youth have accused Orange Democratic Movement of witch hunt. We now join our reporter Boniface Baraza, who keeps us up to speed on the same.
Thank you so much, my fellow colleague from studio. We're coming to you live from Trans Nzoia County, Ford Kenya Party headquarters here in Trans Nzoia County. And today we're keeping an eye, we're following up an issue where concerning the de-whipping of a community member of parliament who has served as a deputy minority whip in the National Assembly for the past 8 years. And here we're joined by Trans Nzoia Youth Caucus, who've come out in large number to protest the de-whipping, calling it as malicious, being it malicious and baseless according to them. And they've raised a number of issues as to why community member of parliament is to be de-whipped. And without wasting much time, we're joined by these youth, probably just to get their take on this matter. Nalenya Agri, being the youth coordinator here in Trans Nzoia, how do you term the de-whipping of community member of parliament that has come untimely to your side as a party and as a party that controls the majority in Western Bloc?
First of all, my name is Agri Nalianya Simiu, Deputy Youth Leader, Trans Nzoia County, Ford Kenya Party. As Trans Nzoia youths, we have so many grievances to pass around. So we have prepared a written statement here. I'll go through it so that Kenyans and Ford Kenya supporters across the country can hear and gauge from the statement. So I'll start by reading. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Ford Kenya Party has a history and we can't avoid it for the purposes of the today and in the immediate long-term future. When the mantle of Ford Kenya leadership was being transitioned to the late Kijana Wamalwa, Honorable Raila Odinga and associates bolted out. Then came Honorable Moses Masika Wetangula. He was humiliated on removal as the Senate Minority Leader. Now come Honorable Chris Wamalwa. The forces of darkness have conspired to oust him as Minority Deputy Whip. The only Ford Kenya MP in NASA parliamentary leadership. As Ford Kenya youths and Western Bloc at large, we have permanently politically separated with Raila Amolo Odinga, and we have enough reasons not to work with a perennial traitor to our community and Kenyans at large. Thank you.
Why do you say this makes the end of you with Raila Odinga?
We have so many coalitions, we have so many alliances with Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila Amolo Odinga ametusaliti kwa muda, na sisi kama wana Ford Kenya umefika wakati wa kumwambia ukweli. Kwa sababu sisi tuseme hivyo, kama chama cha Ford Kenya, we have MPs around 12 MPs. We have 1 senator and 2 governors. In Mombasa we have an MP. In Nyanza we have 2 MPs. In Western region we have 8 MPs. Na hiyo inafanya sisi kukua chama ambacho lazima jiheshimiwe na Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga. Na yeye kura ambazo alipata katika chama cha NASA, kura mingi sisi tulichangia yeye kutoka mkoa wa Magharibi na Kenya. So lazima yeye atuheshimu kama chama, na kwa hayo maneno ambaye ametusaliti, hiyo ndio maana sisi tunasema hatutafanya na yeye kuanzia siku ya leo, na kuna mambo ambayo lazima tukae chini na tuzungumuze na tuone vile tutaenda mbele.
And sticking on matters politics, our political affairs reporter Elizabeth Mutuko is following up on the NASA PG and now joins us live to give us update on the same. Elizabeth, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Linda Lela. And just as you said, I'm following on matters PG, which consists of NASA and ODM leaders. But in this case, yesterday, Junet Mohammed, who is the minority whip, hinted that they're going to have a cleaning in the whole NASA. And in this case, they are going to have to get out the rebels who, in this case, are supporting the deputy president and are not inclined to the party matters. And in this case, they touched on various MPs who were seen in the last meetings, especially political rallies going against the party. Butere MP in this case is not spared, who is Tindi Mwale, Savannah Sosoro, and also other MPs who have not been attending the party meetings. And in this case, Junet says there is no need of this party and NASA having a baggage of MPs who are not subscribed to what is happening in the party. So these MPs will be moved from one committee to another, and other MPs will actually lose the committee's membership in totality. Not only that, Linda, there are those who are going to be whipped of their positions, including Aisha Juma Malindi MP in a position in the PAC is going to be purged out in today's meeting. And also Junet hinted that not only that, they will be given a moment of 6 months to be able to explain themselves before the disciplinary committee. So we are waiting to see what will happen, because not only these MPs who he mentioned yesterday, there are going to be other or more numbers of MPs who are going to be punished in today's meeting. Yesterday, I managed to talk to ANC leader Musalia Mudavadi, and he hinted to me that he wrote the names of the members from his party ANC who he feels they are not inclined to what NASA means. And not only that, coalitions which have been formed in the previous days will be attached in today's PG meetings, and the outcome by 2:30 p.m. Junet Mohammed will be also addressing on this issue. Back to you, Studio Alela.
All right. Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for that update. We're looking forward to listening to more because then, of course, we are eagerly waiting to see how the political situation will pan out right here in the country. The purge continues not just in NASA, but, of course, this has been escalated from Jubilee Party, which, of course, started cracking the whip. And so much so is expected in the field of politics. Now, President Uhuru Kenyatta saying that he is focused on his legacy and, as opposed to, looking at the people who are focused on doing other things, politicking, campaigning, and not helping him on, ensuring that he gets to maintain his legacy. And now we cross over to Kiambu County. Our reporter Zablon Macharia is on board, and Health CS Mutahi Kagwe is expected to be touring the county, and of course probably will expect also briefings from there. But before that, let's listen into what Zablon has in store so that he updates us more on the same. Zablon.
No, thank you very much, Linda. We are at Tigoni Hospital, whereby we are just following up on matters concerning isolation centers. We understand that CS Mutahi Kagwe, that is the CS of Health, will be coming at this area just to assess how the county governments are continuing on with their actions in order to curb the spread of COVID-19. In this county, you understand that at least 7 cases has been reported of COVID-19. Following yesterday, 4 cases were reported in this county, and thereby we are just expecting the CS, that is Mutahi Kagwe, just to arrive at this place to give the daily briefings on how COVID-19 has been spread, or rather the results of spread COVID-19 as per the last 24 hours. But for now, we are just camping here. We have been here for the last 2 hours, just trying to assess how the situation is of combating COVID-19. We understand that this hospital, they have said that they have allocated the entire ground floor for the isolation center, and that's why the CS, that is Mutahi Kagwe, will be coming here so that he can be able to launch the isolation center. We understand that in this county, the isolation center is meant to ease the congestion that is in Thika Hospital and together with Kiambu Referral Hospital. And still, you understand that this isolation center will be able to ease the congestion that is from Kenyatta Hospital, and thereby some of those people, or rather patients of COVID-19, will be brought here so that they can be able to ease the congestions in Thika Hospital and still Kiambu and Kenyatta Hospital. Linda.
Thank you so much, Zablon, for that update. Of course, I know you'll be on ground and you will be keeping us up to speed once the CS is on board. We all know very well that it is the first about 100, days of the county governor, that is Nyoro. Being in office, faces the biggest challenges, the COVID-19. And indeed, as some of the people would say, he's tried very much towards ensuring that they are able to tame COVID-19 in Kiambu County in their own special way. So that's more like it. We'll be getting more of that update later on our subsequent bulletins. Thank you so much for keeping me company right from the word go. I think it's time now that we call it a day right here on Newsday, as we look forward to see you again tomorrow, same time, same place. My name is Linda Alela. Do enjoy the rest of your viewing.